What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Neg Entropy Chronicles. Remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe, and click that notification bell to be alerted anytime I drop a new video. Now, I'm going to change it up a little bit because there is something we really got to talk about. And it's about a 19-year-old girl who went on to a website. I can't say what type of website, but violated herself for $2,000. What? Now, 19 years old, you're grown, do whatever you want, right? But what I've started to notice is that the idea of shaming is such a terrible thing. Well, you still have those people from the old school that this new lifestyle they don't subscribe to, where people can just say, do anything like that because you embarrass your family, you embarrass the family, not just yourself, everybody. And she wrote, in her 68 years of life, she has never been this embarrassed. Told her to remove the family pictures and she's no longer her grandmother. I'm shortening it down. Things like that. But this girl, and I think it's just this age, the comprehension of what the decisions that they make don't resonate in their mind. I don't know if it's because we're not really making sure that people comprehend what they read when they're younger. Like, do you actually understand what this says? Do you understand what this means? Do you understand? I don't think we ask them anymore. We just say do. And as long as we tell them to do and they do it, we feel like they're learning or they're getting to that level. But I listened to her interviews. And I might throw something in here just so you can hear the lunacy of it all. But this poor child, well, she's not a child, but she's somewhat child-like minded, really thought $2,000 was something. $2,000. Now I can understand if this was like the 30s. Almost 100 years ago. Totally get it. $2,000 can go a long way. $2,000 might get you the month. Might. Depending on what bills you got. And this young lady, I would almost assume is the black sheep of the family. Or she's just, something might have happened. I don't know. It's like you want to try to find an excuse. And I was doing some research. Even her mother lost it. Her mother was like, how dare you embarrass us like this? You acting like $2,000 is worth something. You have gotten more money than that when you were just sitting at the house doing nothing. Check your Cash App. Do I need to pull up the receipts? Now, granted, there was a lot of explicit verbiage used because the mother was livid. She was like, me and your father never raised you this way. You got everything a child could desire. And I think that might be the problem because the girl, and when she did this interview, she admitted that she still lives with her mother. So it's not like you homeless. It's not like you destitute. It's not like you on the street and you desperate for $1. You living with your mother. What's the problem? This fast money without thinking about the repercussions, it's starting to become a detriment to this newer generation. I don't understand how $2,000 makes you feel like you're getting the bag. To the point with this child. I keep calling her a child because the brain is not fully developed on her. I'm gonna have to bring up the screen stuff. But the girl bragged and said, I made $2,000. Chicks do it for $200 all the time. And you need to be, no, not need to be, sorry. She was like $2,000 and y'all the ones that's still paying and watching my freaky self. They're not paying for you. They're paying the establishment. They're getting paid. You're not. Then she said in an interview that she always been lit. She always been famous. You're not famous, sweetheart. You never were. You're now a meme. There are literal memes of this girl. The one that's been going on like every month out of the year, something that happens crazy over 2021, you know, they've been cataloging these. She is not one of those. And for some reason, I don't know, these people really think that this is what it is. They really think this is life. Like, they don't understand that the internet is forever now. Like, the moment that it goes online, you're done. There's no shift makes. You can't burn the evidence. It's online. So anybody that you date in the future, if they find that, they might not deal with you ever again. Because it was horrendous. I'm telling you, man, it was horrendous, man. It's awful. And all I saw was a preview of it. I was like, what's going on? And my people was like, yo, check this out. I was like, oh Lord. I wouldn't know what to do. If I had encountered somebody who did that, and I actually had ties to him, I don't know what I would do. And the sad thing is, I'm gonna try to find these interviews because I found them via other research. But the way she spoke, again, talking about, well, they try to ease up on you and stuff like that. They were slapping me a little hard, so I told them to chill a little bit because, if it was like some regular dudes, I wouldn't have been letting them slap me like this. But, these are professionals. They're still regular dudes. Like, you know what I mean? The comprehension level is just trash. And to brag about that money, like, she hasn't ruined her life, her future. Like, people aren't going to look at her crazy, or they're not going to try to emulate the same thing that she went through in that moment. Hey, I'll give you $2,000 if you let me do that again. Or if you let me do what they did to you. You know what I'm saying? Because there's just people who like violating people. But she really thinks that she's famous. She really thinks that she can go back to her normal life. She even wrote, my decisions do not make me who I am. What? Your decisions do make you who you are. If I became Dexter from Dexter's show, right? Would I not inherently become a serial killer? That would be who I am because of the decision that I made. If I'm a dude who sells drugs, am I a drug dealer? Yes. Every decision that you make defines who you are. And you're not even a person that's living on the street. You living under your mama house. What? You know what? This is my question for everybody who's watching. When did it become cool to not work a job? These women are young, and the first mindset that they go to is nudity and putting stuff online. Why is that the first thought? You mean to tell me you don't have any other skill set? None but your physical form. You have nothing, no skill set, no willingness to work and hustle and earn it. Just use your body to get to the top. When did that become the thing? I swear, if you look at some of these women when they start talking, you be like, well, how old are they? And you find out they only 18. You're like, you ain't lived nothing. You have not even tried to work a job, experience life at any capacity. And the first thing you do is go show your hoo-ha to the world. How is that a functional thing? How is that the first thought that you go to? You've been in school. You just got out of school, and the first thing you're thinking is to do that? Ruin your entire life. Because once it's on the internet, it's over. I wish people would understand it. When it make it to that internet, you were done. But for some reason, this is what these young girls think is okay. But I'm trying to get to the bag. Women talking about they'd rather date scammers and drug dealers than a dude who work a 9 to 5. The 19-year-old ruined her future for $2,000. And she had one parent that was in the house because after the research, you found out she had two parents, but the father passed away. And I mean, what else can you do? The brothers were brokenhearted, crying because they saw what their sister was doing. These are people that are being affected by your decisions. Well, I'm grown. They can't tell me nothing. But when everybody start looking at you funny and don't move right, then you're going to want to be tired. Man, we got to do better. Look, that's all I got for you today. Let me know what you think down in the comments section. I'll try to, add some of the edits or whatever, or try to find a way to get this into the post I was talking about. I don't know. I'm going to get it figured out. But Much love to everybody. Peace.